well. What do you think?
It's gorgeous. You look lovely.
They said they've had it out, but I still can't breathe. You know that saying, inside every fat woman there's a thin one trying to get out?
Yeah.
I think there's a fat one trying to get out of me, and she's winning.
Joe wouldn't have you any other way, so stop moaning. What about the wedding list? Have you finished it yet?
Yep, invites went out yesterday. Cost a fortune in stamps. You should get yours tomorrow.
Did you send one to Ellie?
No.
Tina.
Stop trying to make me feel guilty.
I'm not. After all said and done, she's still your sister.
She wouldn't want to come anyway.
You never know unless you ask.
What if she did decide to turn up, hey? She'd probably only come for a row. I just don't want anything spoiling my wedding day.
I've been here for less than a month and my ex-fiancé has already bashed the senior partner. Nothing like starting as you mean to go on. Cheers. It's like a bad dream.
Yeah, but you can always wake up from a dream.
Can I make you a coffee?
No, thanks.
Mac, about yesterday, I really am sorry.
Let's leave it, shall we?
Yeah, okay. Look, I know you don't want to talk about it, but did Pete say anything to you, you know, about him breaking it off between us two?
Why on earth would you want to discuss it with me?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find out. Why he just finished it like that.
Not now, Jude. This is neither the time nor the place.
You're right. Sorry.
Huh.
You're a bit hard on her, weren't you?
What does she expect?
We can't blame her for Pete giving you a black eye. It isn't fair.
Life isn't fair.
Don't cry, sweetheart. I'm here. Oh. You know, for a small baby, you make a very, very big noise. It's okay, it's okay.
Aye, aye, here comes the boss.
I feel good, cause I knew that I would now. Oh, I feel nice.
I'll give it a rest, will you? It's been like this all day.
What's put you in such a good mood then?
It's got a hot date for tonight.
Oh, not just any old date. She's blonde, petite, funny, sexy, intelligent. This lady's a real catch.
Do you know, I thought you were talking about me there.
Well, if I don't see you before, have a lovely time.
How's Thelma and Louise?
What?
The pet rats.
Yeah, they've settled in a treat. In fact, I was just about to go and check on them.
Hello, babies.
Oh, no.
I was hoping you might have the results of my blood test.
No, sorry, Ellie, we've still not heard. I'll chase it up for you. How are you feeling?
Like a very sick old woman. My legs are killing me. I've only got to walk down the road and I'm out of breath. Every week seems to bring a new ache or pain.
Has there been any more swelling?
No. My hands aren't half as bad as they were, which is one good thing, I suppose.
And you're managing to get a good night's sleep?
No. The pain keeps me awake for most of the time. And the rest of the night, I lie awake worrying over what it could be. I'm really tired, but I just can't sleep.
Have you lost something?
No, nothing at all. I just wanted to stretch my legs. Been sitting still for too long. Just got a touch of cramp.
Well, Mrs. Roper's been waiting so long to see you. She's getting deep vein thrombosis.
I don't want to sound sorry for myself, but getting up like this every morning, it makes me so depressed.
Most people in your position would feel the same. I'm going to prescribe some mild antidepressants and also some stronger painkillers.
Thanks.
And try and take it easy. No overdoing things.
What should I do about getting back to work?
I'll sign you off for a couple of weeks. I'm sure your boss will understand. What is it you do?
I'm a teacher. PE.
Just want some advice, really. Getting married in a month's time.
Fantastic.
No, I haven't come to ask about the birds and the bees. We want to try for a family straight away, and I'd just like to know when I should stop taking my pill.
Well, you can stop any time. Most women finish the pack that they're on and then just stop. Simple as that.
And should I expect any changes? I mean, I've been taking them for over 8 years now.
No. Might be a good idea to have a couple of periods before you start trying for the baby, though.
Great. It's going to be weird not taking the pill anymore. It's become part of my morning routine.
Yeah.
As soon as we get the results, I'll let you know.
Good luck.
Dad, is something wrong?
Typical doctor. Always negative. Of course there's nothing wrong. I just want the pleasure of my son's company for supper.
When?
Tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
But I've already booked the table. You wouldn't want your father to eat alone, would you?
Look, I do have a life. I've made plans.
I understand. It's selfish of me to ask. After all, why would you want to spend the night with an old man, even if I'm your father? I'm sorry I mentioned it. I'll let you get back to work.
Dad. Okay. What time?
7. Don't be late. And make sure you wear a tie.
How long have you been out of short trousers?
Now what am I going to do?
You're gonna have to cancel your hot date and have cocoa with Daddy.
Are you mad? And throw away a romantic meal with a fantastic Sophie? I do not think so. I'm a grown man with a mind of his own. And where there's a will, there is a way. Let's come through.
Working late again?
Paperwork, yeah.
Can't it wait?
I got nothing else to do.
I'm sure Kate could do with a hand.
It's what she wanted.
It's what you both wanted, remember?
There, over there.
Where?
What exactly are we looking for?
I saw a rat.
Are you sure?
I do know what they look like.
I'm sorry, I was going to tell you. Honest, I was.
When did this come in?
About an hour ago, they faxed it through.
I want those rats found and off the premises. Is that clear?
Sickle cell? Are you sure?
I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Why now? I thought you were born with it.
You are. It's only now that you've begun to develop the symptoms.
It kills your blood cells, doesn't it? I'm just going to get worse and worse.
Ellie, listen to me. Sickle cell disorder doesn't destroy your blood cells, and you won't necessarily get any worse. Now we know what's wrong with you, we can deal with it.
So how bad is it?
You have hemoglobin SC disease, which thankfully isn't as serious as sickle cell anemia. But it does affect the red blood cells. Instead of them being a donut shape, they end up a sickle shape.
So why all this pain?
Well, because of the shape, it's difficult for them to squeeze through small blood vessels. The vessels become blocked and the oxygen can't get through. That's what causes the pain.
I must have inherited it from my dad. There's nothing wrong with my mum.
It would have been passed through both parents. Without the proper tests, I can only guess, but it could be that your mother's a carrier, but hasn't gone on to develop the disease.
So what happens now?
Well, firstly, we get you seen by a specialist at the hospital. I'll give you as much support as I possibly can, and we'll work towards getting you back to normal with as little pain as possible. Living with a sickle cell disorder is about managing the disease. You mustn't let it take over your life.
I'll try to remember that.
You'll need to inform the other members of your family. They might want to be tested.
There's no need. It's only my mum. There is no one else.
Uh-oh. What's this?
I'll have another one.
Table for Ben Kwame, please.
Certainly not. Follow me.
You'd think I'd know better.
No, we're all the same when it comes to our own children. But rest assured it's just a rash. Probably disappear as quickly as it came.
Talk about being paranoid. Calling you out on the least thing.
Doesn't matter.
And I thought parenting would be a doddle. Used to wonder why mothers always look so harassed and rushed off their feet. Well, now I know.
Join the club. Why didn't you call Mac?
Couldn't get through. Must have had his phone switched off. Out on a call, I expect.
He's just doing paperwork when I left. I'm the one on calls tonight. Anyway, he'll be home soon, won't he?
You're late.
Thank you. There was a last-minute emergency at the hospital. You know how it is. You know, you shouldn't drink so much on an empty stomach. It's not good for you. I find it amazing that the medical profession should have one of the worst reputation for alcoholism. You think they'd at least try to lead by example, don't you agree?
We can't all be saints, Dad. Though you might think you are.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said we are what we are.
That doesn't mean we can't change. A marriage, for instance, it changes a man completely.
And you think that's good?
Of course. It's a way of growing up. Suddenly you have responsibility. People look at you differently. There's respect. And there's also a very good career move, especially in our profession.
And that's why you married my mum?
I loved your mother. I still do. We might not be able to live together, but I still love her.
Maybe it's because you had an affair behind her back. Look, I'm happy the way I am. I don't want to be tied down. And besides, I'm not in love. So stop trying to marry me off, because I'm not interested.
Are you gay?
What?
You're my son, I'll understand.
Please, Dad. I'm straight. Now, will you finish your drink?
Excuse me. Have you got any messages?
No, I'm sorry.
Thelma, is that you?
No, it's an even bigger rat. It's me.
I keep thinking I can hear something, but by the time I go to take a look, there's nothing there. I'm really sorry about this, Mac. I don't know how it could have happened.
Well, you obviously left the cage door open.
I didn't. I clearly remember double-checking the cage before I left last night. The door was shut, and they couldn't have opened it. I will find them, I promise.
Look, it's getting late. We'll look for them again tomorrow, yeah?
Shall I set the alarm?
No, I'm not going yet. Paperwork.
They must think I'm a right pain in the neck.
Look, Jude, if we don't find your rodent friend soon, I'm going to have to get a man in who can deal with them.
I know. Night then.
Yeah, night.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to... Oh, wrong table. Sophie. You look fantastic.
I was just about to give up on you.
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
Right, that's it. I've had enough. You're not worth it.
Oh, no. Look, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, forgive me.
You're drunk.
That's the intoxication of seeing you, darling. I've been thinking about you all day.
Yeah? Nice thoughts, I hope.
Oh, really nice thoughts. In fact, really naughty thoughts. Ah! You know, I can't believe it was that. I was touching that. I burnt myself. Look, I think we better order.
I don't feel hungry anymore. Look, Ben, I think we ought to call it a night.
No.
I'm tired and I want to go home.
Oh, I'll come with you.
Alone.
Look, why don't I show you what I got you this morning? You're really going to like this. Do you remember that concert that you wanted to go to?
Yeah? You got the tickets?
Yeah. Well, somewhere in here. You're not going to believe this, but I do know you are going to see the funny side of this.
It's okay, sir. I'll take care of this.
It was a mistake. I said I was sorry. All right, all right. Look, Sophie, please wait.
Just go away.
Look, the night's still young. We can go on to somewhere else.
I have never been so humiliated in all my life.
Look, I know it's been a bit of a disaster, but you've got to admit, it could only get better. Oh, Sophie, please. Let me explain.
Go on, then.
My dad wanted to take me out to dinner. Well, what can I say? He booked the restaurant and everything. He was late, and while I was waiting,
You mean to tell me that I was kept waiting half the night so you could finish a meal with your daddy?
I had no choice.
Why? Would he have stopped your pocket money?
Your bag.
Night, Thelma. Night, Louise. Next up, the funny farm. Morning.
Oh, morning.
I drink lots of black coffee if I were you. Come in.
Mac?
What?
Don't worry, it'll wait.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to snap. What?
You've got a patient with sickle cell disorder, haven't you?
Yeah, two, as a matter of fact, father and son.
Well, a patient of mine was diagnosed yesterday, and to be honest, I'm not up to speed, so could we talk about it later?
Yeah, of course. A lot of my patients with hereditary diseases seem to know more about the disease than we do.
I don't have to worry about that with this patient. It was a complete shock.
Well, you better make sure that she informs the immediate family, because if she has the condition, they might have.
I've already mentioned that to Ellie, and she's just got a mother. She lives in Jamaica.
Ah, we're not talking about Ellie Williams, are we?
Do you know her?
And I know her sister.
Sister? Why didn't she say?
I don't know.
Why would Ellie lie to me?
Well, judging by the way they were looking at each other in the reception, I'd say there was a definite rift. If I were you, I would see Ellie again and try to persuade her to tell Tina. It's imperative she knows as soon as possible.
Why the urgency?
Because Tina is getting married in a few weeks and she wants to start a family.
Ah, well, I'll do my best. Oh, how's Kieran?
As I keep telling you, he is fine.
No more problems, then?
What do you mean?
Kate rang me yesterday, asked me to check him over.
Right.
It's just a heat rash. Surprised she didn't tell you.
You haven't found them yet?
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm doing my best. What have you got that wrapped around your neck for?
Well, they go for the throat. It's a well-known fact.
Only if you corner them.
Your credit cards must have taken a right pounding. I think I'd better get these. Tina?
She was at the doctor's yesterday.
Who was?
Ellie. Saw her in reception. She's with another doctor. And what if she's sick? She's so stubborn, she wouldn't tell me.
Call her then.
How can I?
You should have invited her to the wedding, like I said.
Yeah, and knowing her, she'd have got the wrong end of the stick. Probably thought I only invited her out of spite. You're my best friend, Sue, and I tell you everything, but sometimes I really miss not having my sister to talk to. Might not like each other, but I still love her.
Why didn't you tell me you had a sister?
As far as I'm concerned, I don't.
Look, I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but you must realise how important it is she's told.
I wouldn't worry about my sister if I were you. She won't get sickle cell like me. Not Tina. I'm the one who gets all the bad luck in my family. It's always been the same.
Well, this time it's different. There's a very real risk your sister could also have the disease, or she could be a carrier of the sickle cell disorder trait. And when she has children, and she probably will now she's getting married, well, you know what that means.
Married? Anyway, I don't care what happens to her. Serves her right. I hate her for what she did to me. 2 years ago, I had everything. My life was perfect, honest. Now look at me.
What happened?
I had a boyfriend called Joe. We'd been going out since school. 10 years nearly. I had an engagement party. My sister got drunk. So did Joe. I found them in bed together. Thing is, he said it'd been going on for a year behind my back.
Just come back and see me if you can't see any improvement, okay?
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Oh, no, it can't be. Don't say a word, just follow me.
She's still very angry with Tina. As far as she's concerned, her sister's sport her one and only chance of happiness.
You've told her how serious the situation is, did you?
And she's adamant she's not going to talk to her. It's not just some tiff, it's been going on for years.
Well, we're not just talking about her health, are we? Any baby she's planning could be at risk.
But there's no way we can tell Tina without Ellie's permission.
And if her husband turns out to be a carrier, there's a 1 in 4 chance that the child will be affected.
That high?
Well, even higher if Tina gets the disease. Does Ellie actually know her sister's getting married and planning to have kids?
I think that's part of the problem. Ellie found Tina in bed with her fiancé, and now Tina's marrying him. It's almost as if Ellie sees this as poetic justice, some kind of payback.
Hardly fair on an innocent child, is it?
Higher. Higher.
Look, my name's Ben, not Samson. Can you see them yet?
No. They've gone. This is a nightmare.
Oh, don't worry, they'll come back.
They've not gone on some camping holiday.
Ben, I'm in big trouble. It wasn't just Thelma I saw. She had babies with her. Lots and lots of them.
Oh, boy.
Leave this.
Two home visits in 2 days. Hardly an efficient use of a GP, is it?
Time off for good behaviour. I thought you could use some company.
Come in.
So what's this all about? I mean, is it to do with me stopping the pill?
Yeah, in a way.
Well?
Excuse me.
Do you mind? This is private.
No, I asked Ellie to join us.
Well, why don't you just go and invite the whole surgery while you're at it?
Here she goes. You always did have a big mouth.
Not as big as yours.
Oh, come on, girls, please.
I hear congratulations are in order. What music are you having played at the church? Your cheating heart?
Bitch.
Cow!
That's enough. Sit down. So, are you going to tell Tina why you've asked her here? Ellie.
No. Why should I?
Because you'd never forgive yourself if you don't.
There's something you have to know. I didn't want to tell you, you know. I thought you deserved a bit of pain. But no one. Not even you deserve this.
I just can't believe it. I mean, Mum's not ill.
She must be a carrier, though. Dad, too.
It's just so unfair.
Yeah. Life's been really hard on you, hasn't it?
You're in a lot of pain.
You know, comes and goes. They're going to give me something to keep it under control. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, I could give this to my baby. need to tell Joe.
At least you've got someone to tell.
Ellie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I. You're probably better off not knowing. I know I was.
You can't walk home like this. At least let me give you a lift.
Thought you'd never ask.
Help yourself to a biscuit.
I would, but they've all gone.
I meant to get some. Don't seem to find any time to do the shopping. Come to think of it, I don't find the time to do anything these days.
Well, maybe you could ask Matt to give you a hand.
I can manage.
How long are you going to keep up the pretense?
What do you mean?
Come on, Kate. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine, but you can't go on pretending all's well when it plainly isn't.
Mac doesn't live here anymore.
He's left you.
I threw him out. He was never here. And when he wasn't the Mac I knew, Helen. It's better this way.
Where's he staying now?
I don't know and I don't care.
Has he been in touch?
Not even a phone call. Shows how worried he is about us.
That's not true. You should have seen him when I mentioned Kieran earlier.
That's not concern he's feeling, that's guilt.
Having a new baby in the house, well, it takes a lot of getting used to.
He's done it before. 3 times to be exact. He had time for them.
He was younger then. By the time Kieran's 16, Mac will be nearly 70.
I've heard this all before.
Then look at it from his point of view. One minute he's looking forward to easing himself into old age with you, and the next he's wiping baby sick off his back. He's finding it hard to adjust.
Yeah, well, he won't have to bother now, will he?
He will if you're going to have him back.
Well, that's just the whole point. I don't want him back.